Hi, my name's Andy Strike. I'm making this video to introduce anyone who's interested in coming to our meditation group uh, to what it's all about and to let you know you're welcome. So, the Friendship Heights Neighbors Network, Aging in Place Village nonprofit, started up in the Friendship Heights area here in Chevy Chase, Maryland, several years ago. Not sure exactly when. Anyway, they reached out to me to offer some classes on meditation. So we did that. A lot of people took them, and we now have a weekly group that meets every Wednesday morning at 10:30 on Zoom. We go 90 minutes, and I'd like to tell you about what that's like. And in a separate video, I'd like to offer some introductory meditation instructions so you don't feel lost. You can easily show up with no instruction whatsoever and do just fine. Please don't worry about that. But I want you to feel comfortable. So we begin at 10:30. There's usually 6 to 12 of us, and we're on Zoom now. We started in person, and we want to go back to in person, probably hybrid with Zoom. But right now it's all Zoom, and at 10:30, that's each. Let's see. I need to back up and do this in a reasonably coherent way. Each week, a person, a volunteer, is the guide for the day, for the 90 minutes. And usually, if there's somebody new, we would introduce ourselves and maybe take 10 minutes of chit chat, get everybody comfortable and welcomed and ready to go. Then we take 20 minutes to meditate together. And often it's just silent meditation. And people mute their Zoom connection, and most of us also kill the video on our cameras, and then we sit there in silence together for 20 minutes. And that's why I'll have another short video to talk a little bit about introductory meditation. Very simple. At the end of that time, a bell rings or the guide just says, come back, open your eyes. And then there's some sort of a presentation that the guide gives, 10 minutes long. It could be a reading. It could be them talking about something that's important to them, any aspect of mindfulness, meditation, and the practices around it. Only 10 minutes long. So this is the beginning of the second half hour. First half hour is welcome and meditation. Second half hour is talk, and then what I call mindful speaking. After the 10-minute talk, the floor is open, but we want to be mindful and take it one at a time and not collide with each other. So we're not going to go fast. And to start, we want to make sure everybody has a chance to speak. So if you do speak, you'll want to wait until everybody has had an opportunity to speak before you speak again. And no one's obligated to say anything. If you don't want to, you can just pass. However, you might want to respond to something you heard in the presentation. You might be inspired by thoughts or feelings, something that came up while you're meditating. Maybe there's something else going on in your life that's much more important than either of those things right now, and you want to share that. There is one thing we ask you to resist, though. In this first go-around especially, we ask you to resist starting a discussion. So we'd like you to speak from your heart about what's going on for you, as opposed to saying, hey, I'd like to really hear about this or that from you guys. Won't take long, you'll catch on right away. And that's just that initial round of things. We aren't fussy or formal, really. So we have 20 minutes for that kind of discussion, where we're really trying to go one at a time, to not engage in a back and forth, to not be giving advice to each other. So this is really practice time to say what's going on inside of you. And we create, I think, a very nice, safe spot to do that, where it's easy to speak openly and you don't have to be so guarded or defensive as we often are in ordinary conversation. So I encourage you to come, meditate with us, and experience this. And pretty much everybody I've talked to really appreciates the way we do it. And at the end of that second half hour, then we just have a half hour of social time where we can talk with each other. Of course, we'd like to be mindful about how we talk, but it's just easygoing discussion among people who are very friendly and very welcoming to new people. So come and join us and experience this. Let us know what you think about it. And look for the other video. I'll try to link it up with this one somehow. It'll be just a quick intro to meditation, so you have a clue about what we do. Thanks very much for listening.